Listen up, because today, your notion of cougar dating is about to be destroyed completely. You're here because you want to know how to seduce an older woman. You're at the right place because you're about to receive the ultimate blueprint for bending a mature woman's will, making her crave you like a crackhead craves her next fix. First things first. Before we descend into the dark mechanics of Shogun Method's roadmap to taming the cougar, let me first say this. Your taste is impeccable. Few men would go for women older than they are, and you're one of the few. Older women possess an untamed fire, a profound depth of sensuality that younger girls will never have. And believe me, I know, for I've devoted much of my time hunting for these fine, mature felines. The knowledge I'm about to share with you is forged in the crucible of real-world conquest. I've personally navigated the treacherous landscape of seducing a woman 6 years my senior. It wasn't a relationship, it was a masterclass in psychological leverage and warfare. The experience seared into my very soul, leading to what's now known as Shogun Method. So, if you're ready, let's dive deep into the raw, brutal reality of the older woman, younger man dynamic. If you're a younger male attempting to ensnare a mature woman, there's a gaping pitfall you must evade. Most younger guys stumble into this abyss, utterly sabotaging themselves with a single, unforgivable error. Inside Shogun Method, I call it the OSFA mistake, and it's the #1 reason why older women ruthlessly discard the clueless younger men who dare to hit on them. If there's one unforgivable sin in the cougar dating world, then the OSFA mistake has got to be it. What's OSFA? It's an acronym for one size fits all. Guys often tell me that all women are the same. To them, if a dating trick works on a girl, then it'll also work on other girls. It's stupid, but that's what these morons think. Of course, pickup artists would challenge me with the oft-repeated mantra that a woman is a woman. But that's wrong, especially when we're talking about younger versus older women. Because here's the thing. The mental circuitry of an older woman works differently from that of a younger woman. Specifically, the older woman's psyche demands a different kind of stimulus. Once you've collected a lifetime of experiences, your perception of reality shifts. That's called sexual maturity, and it's something younger females have none. I mean, put yourself in the shoes of an older woman. Do you honestly believe that the shallow, pre-packaged pickup artist routines, those cringe-worthy lines, will work on her? The truth is that these flimsy PUA tactics are a colossal turn-off for any woman with a functioning brain cell, especially a mature one. Try one of those garbage PUA techniques on a woman who's seen it all, and she'll destroy you. When you pull those tricks on her, all she sees is pathetic desperation. Her attraction to you flatlines to absolute zero before you even complete your rehearsed pickup line. So, take it from me. Burn the idea that a tactic that worked on some starry-eyed girl will work on a mature woman of substance. As a shogun, never make the OSFA mistake. Instead, you must deviate from the pickup artist script and go completely off-field. Employ what genuinely works, mind control. Because here's the reality. When it comes to bending women to your will, especially those older, sophisticated ones, mind control is the only weapon, period. Pickup artist tricks are for the amateurs, the boys playing in the sandbox. But for the woman who has seen it all, who's bored with the predictable games, mind control is the only thing that resonates with her. Mind control works because it bypasses the shallow and operates beyond those pathetic one-size-fits-all PUA charades. It dives deep into the darkest, most vulnerable realms of female psychology, hacking the very essence of the mature female psyche. You're about to be initiated into the secrets of using mind control to make an older woman not just desire you, but become utterly enslaved by you emotionally. You'll discover how to command her thoughts, placing her emotions firmly under your thumb. And trust me, this is knowledge you will find nowhere else. The reason is simple. Those who possess this controversial power are reluctant to share it openly. And you will understand precisely why this knowledge is so dangerous once you learn it. So, keep your eyes glued until the end. Trust me on this. Now, in the next few precious minutes, you'll learn a powerful mind control technique straight from the vaults of Shogun Method at shogunmethod.com. It is the only technique you need to make an older woman fall into your psychological trap. Shoguns call it the E.W.B strategy, and it's the key to her complete submission. So, What's the E.W.B strategy? E.W.B is the abbreviation of three words: Emotional Wound Butchery. It is a ruthless, surgical method to exploit an older woman's past emotional wounds and use it to forge an unbreakable emotional addiction to you. Before we delve into the gory details, a quick clarification for the weak-hearted. Words like exploit, emotional wound, and mind control might send shivers down the spine of the politically correct. They'll whine about this knowledge being manipulative and evil. But let me assure you that there's nothing evil or immoral about this. This is about pure power. Like any weapon, you can wield mind control for good or for evil. If you're a Shogun method practitioner, you should already know this. It depends entirely on your intent. Are you using Shogun method for fleeting, selfish gratification? Or do you intend to lead her to a place where she is utterly, blissfully happy with you, under your command? You've watched this far, and so it's fair for me to assume you're a man of purpose. You're doing this not only for your own happiness, but also for hers. If that's the case, then there is zero moral question about using mind control if it leads to absolute happiness for both you and your woman. So what if this pisses other people off? Let them whine and drown in their own shitty lives. Now, with that out of the way, let's dig into the emotional wound butchery strategy. To understand how it works, here's the basic truth about older women you must know. As a woman ages, two things become undeniable. She gains life experience, and her emotional baggage becomes a crushing weight. It's an immutable law of the female universe that a woman collects emotional wounds for a lifetime. I mean, just go and try to find an attractive, mature woman who is still single, who hasn't been through the grinder, and who doesn't carry heavy emotional scars. Believe me, you'd be hard-pressed to find one. By the time she grows older, she must have failed many times, especially with men. Multiple relationships have imploded around her. Her heart has been shattered, time and time again. This is her history, and it's part of her that's grafted into her soul. And guess what? These bad experiences calcify into deep, agonizing wounds that never fade. They accumulate into heavy emotional baggage. It sounds grim, I know, and I pity them for it. But that's also a vulnerability, a crack on her armor you can exploit for your own fun and profit. I teach this in Shogun Method at shogunmethod.com, but here's a summary. A woman's emotional vulnerability is an open wound. It is a chance for you to shatter her defenses, giving you direct access to her psyche like nothing else can. And that's where mind control will unleash its power. By handing you the master keys to her subconscious mind, you will unlock her by butchering her emotional wounds. So, how do you do that? Simple. The heavier her emotional baggage, the deeper her addiction is to emotional drama. For the mature woman, that primal craving for emotional drama becomes exponentially intense. It's one lifelong, unquenchable thirst for them. And guess what? If you can become the sole provider of their emotional fix, then she'll need you, like she needs water to drink and air to breathe. She'll be utterly psychologically enslaved to you, and she'll even be happier for it. And that's not all. You'll seal the deal and drive her into irreversible emotional dependency on you with the ultimate mind control tool, fractionation. If you're already a Shogun method practitioner, you already know what fractionation is. It's a ruthless mind control tactic that puts women on a wild, exhilarating, terrifying emotional roller coaster. When you fractionate a woman, you plunge her into the depths of despair, then rocket her to the screaming heights of ecstasy. She'll feel both agonizing turmoil and intoxicating joy with you, leading to the state of emotional enslavement. As a woman ages, she gets increasingly desperate for these emotional ups and downs. These emotional roller coasters add color in her gray, predictable and boring existence. You're not manufacturing a need. You're simply exploiting something that happens naturally when the female psyche ages. And guess what? Older women don't just tolerate fractionation. They thirst for it because it injects raw, visceral drama into their lives. And if you can satisfy that primal emotional hunger, she'll be yours for as long as you want, believe me. Okay, we're coming to the end of this video, so here's a handy summary. The following is the definite guide on how to seduce older women in a 5-point manifesto. Point 1. You must remove yourself from believing the conventional, one-size-fits-all dating garbage. Pick-up tricks and routines are useless against older women. Point 2. An older woman carries heavy emotional baggage from past failures. This is her vulnerability that the Shogun will seek to exploit. Point 3. An older woman has an insatiable craving for emotional drama, 10 times more than younger women. Point 4. If you become the sole provider of this emotional drama, she'll need you like life itself. In Shogun method, this is E.W.B, or Emotional Wound Butchery. And point 5. Fractionation is the ultimate weapon to engineer this emotional drama, putting her under your absolute control. Now you know more about how to seduce older women than 99.9% of guys out there, so congratulations. With this 5-point blueprint, no mature woman is out of reach for you, believe me. Finally, remember this. There is no shortcut to absolute dominance in relationships. Mind control is not easy at all. Shogun method is not for those without agency. It requires absolute commitment, an iron will, and a level of agentic masculinity that's far beyond the regular guy. Many naive fools cling to the fantasy of a magic hypnotic line. Here's the truth. There's no one simple trick that makes women fall instantly. That's a childish fairy tale, a straight-up lie. Even Shogun method, in all its devastating power, is not a magic bullet. Fractionation, however, is the closest thing to a magic bullet you will ever find. Master fractionation, and you will possess the superpower to place any woman's emotions and thoughts under your absolute control and authority. Now here's the insidious reality about fractionation. Many guys stumble and get it tragically wrong. But guess what? It's not their fault. The internet is a cesspool of misleading information, teeming with pathetic fake gurus, hawking watered-down, counterfeit versions of the real thing. It sickens me to my stomach to see their scammy behavior and fumbling incompetence. So, if you're serious and truly want to master fractionation, this is my only recommendation. There is only one source, and it's from where it all first started in 2015. Shogun Method at shogunmethod.com. There, you will learn directly from your brother Shoguns who had first pioneered this knowledge more than a decade ago. Why siphon knowledge from frauds when you can drink directly from the source of power? Do the smart thing today and join the Shogun Method movement. This is your chance to shed your weakness and seize control. Shogun Method is the missing piece of the puzzle. Learn it and everything will fall into place. Trust me. shogunmethod.com